Hello out there, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Oh, let's catch my breath for a minute. Just got finished with a workout and also trying out the new ChatGPT 4.0 on the phone with voice chat. It is super impressive. I recommend, if you haven't checked out the demos yet, and the desktop app isn't available for the US people yet, apparently. Let me bring it up for a sec. Come on. 1 sec. Yeah, I was playing out with voice chat. I updated the app. I was playing with voice chat, which is amazing. But let me show you. Yeah, so voice chat's one. This is showing voice chat right here. But the desktop app is coming for Mac soon. So if you have a Mac, there you go. Another advantage, not just security stuff, but not staying off the bad side of the internet, having a Mac, for example, versus Windows. But ChatGPT desktop app is coming for Mac first. So very exciting. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. I posted the video I clipped of All In Podcast talking to Sam Altman the other day. I mean, just incredible. We are on this exponential curve of AI. And if you haven't taken a look at the AI training I did, go realdefi.com, learn to earn, click the first link, AI. And that will take you to, you can do the training and see how to do different content generation and what it has to do with crypto and some of the research I did and stuff there. But it is incredible, and it is going to change so many things and really level you up, and it leveled me up. I've had all kinds of different productivity gains, just doing stuff faster, making thumbnails. I mean, just from the little things through the day to day, and it's getting so much better too. So definitely very excited about that. And yeah, I just got finished playing with voice chat, and I'm like, wow, this is getting to AI assistant type stuff. It is getting pretty crazy. So in a good way though too. I want to have an assistant where I don't have to manually do research. I did manual research for probably 2 decades now, 1 or 2 decades, and it's just like, man, it just it takes so much time, and yeah, you learn a lot along the way and this and that, but it's like, I don't know, a lot of it's just time wasted, especially once you're so good at it. Once you're already experienced at it, you're just like, no, I want somebody to do this for me. I don't want to do this anymore. I only want to do the things I want to do, and let, all the stuff I don't want to do that I'm not going to gain much from, let the AI do it. Let the assistant AI do it, and so on. So very excited about AI. I've got a ton of stuff on Twitter and YouTube talking about it as well. But let me say hi to the chat before we get into it. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. I'll go through a couple of tweets I had too. Yeah. What if I told you you could make money via LP regardless of price up or down? One day people are going to figure it out. One day. Pretty amazing. Talk about the 28% burned ICOSA here in a minute too. Just amazing what the Permabull stuff has been doing. But let me get to, it's a little too big almost. Say hi to chat before we get into it. What's up, Crypto Toad 83? How's it going? Saw those muscles there. Yeah, I got a little bit of workout in myself this morning and this afternoon. That's why I'm like, okay, I need at least 10 minutes for my breath to calm down, for me to relax for a minute. What I do in those 10 minutes, I watch TV for a few minutes, and then I played with the new voice chat feature with ChatGPT. Crypto Incognito, how's it going? Let's go. What's up, Mo? Good to see you, man. Centurion 54X. Hope we get a 54X on PulseChain at some point, or add a 0. That'd be nice. Or add another 0, 5400X. Sounds pretty good. Red Squirrel number 5, as usual. How's it going? Welcome. Paul, how's it going? Just FYI, if you're putting tokens in the chat that I've never talked about before, or they're new or otherwise, yeah, nothing. I just don't talk about about a lot of different coins. I try to keep them pretty scoped down. So FYI, it's not don't promote a lot of different things on the channel. Anyways, let's get into the 28% burned on ICOSA. No worries, Mixless, no worries. 28% ICOSA bridged to PulseChain from Ethereum has been burned. This is pretty cool. So I didn't even know you could click on, if you go to Go Pulse, I was trying to figure this out because I saw somebody posted in the chat about the different, so if you just type in, well, first let me show you. I was trying to figure out, they were doing the gift leagues, and I was like, where are the leagues at? Because I went to leagues, and it just shows like Pulse and all that stuff. Super cool. Again, I did not know Go Pulse had this. They have all kinds of different amazing features. But if you click supply, if you go to any token and you click supply, it'll tell you, based on the supply and stuff, what it is to be a Poseidon, whale, shark, dolphin, squid, all the way down to shell. So pretty cool. I mean, your favorite token, whatever it is, you can figure out what the league is, figure out where you stand, where other people is. If you like that type of gamification stuff, kind of gives you an idea. I don't know, it's kind of fun too. It's a little bit for data, a little bit for fun, but you can do this for any coin. You can do it for ICOSA. And it's also interesting, they put these different other stats. I'll show you for ICOSA real quick. So if you go to supply, you can see ICOSA. This is ICOSA on PulseChain, 42 million supply. And you can see to be a whale, 420K ICOSA, so 47K to be a whale in ICOSA, which, wow, that's low compared to a lot of other coins. I'll say that, especially blue chips and stuff, So if you type in ICOSA again, it'll give you ICOSA from Ethereum. And what's interesting, this is what's been bridged over. So I was like, when I first look at this, I think, okay, this is ICOSA on Ethereum. It says 22 million supply. I was like, 22 million supply seems low. And then now that we know the native ICOSA on PulseChain is in the 40 million range, you can, if you click on holders, so not only can you see 26% burned here, so almost 6 million ICOSA burned. Amazing. So to the burn address, if you hover, yeah, I'm hovering over. I don't know if you can see at the bottom or not, but it goes to the dead address. And then it even shows if it knows there's being that's being burned. I don't know if they automatically see this or they just the devs add the feature, turn on or whatever. But at the bottom, below the chart, you can see the percentage burned. And then if you go to, is it holders? Oh, I'm trying to show you like how I figured out. Where is it? Can you see it here? No, not liquidity. All these, you can click on them. I didn't even know you could click on them. I had no idea. I was like, I kept going in here. Where are the leagues? Where are the leagues? Going through all these. You can actually click on them. Okay. So how I figured out the percentage was bridged over. If you go, well, actually, do they show on Go Pulse? I don't think they show ICOSA on the bridge. Yeah. I don't think they do. Actually, I'm curious. By the way, this is AMA, so feel free to put questions in the chat too. I'm just going to go through whatever I'm thinking about right now as far as like PulseChain stuff. Okay, cool. They got HEX DC. This is a new HEX stablecoin by Power City. And HEX backed. DCR 2.1. Cool. So 2.1 million. Wow. Yeah, around $2 million for the HEX. So pretty new, 18 days old. PulseChain's newest stablecoin that they've listed here, at least major stablecoin. So pretty neat. I love these stats. So such good stats. So if you go to, let's type in Etherscan and then ICOSA. Of course, that's going to be ICOSA on Ethereum. So around 40 million supply. And then if you go to holders, you can see the PulseChain bridge. So Omni Bridge proxy, that is PulseChain bridge. So then you can see 22 million, 55% of the liquid ICOSA, or just ICOSA. I wonder if it counts it if you're staked, because then it burns it. I guess this wouldn't, maybe it doesn't count if it's staked or not. Maybe there's more supply, but when it's staked, I'm assuming it burns it and then mints it back and stuff like that. Like it's pretty standardized these days. Like HEX and stuff too, right? You burn it and then it comes back after staked. But there's other ways to get, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe other ways to get those stats too. Anyways, point is 22 million. So 55% of the supply here that's counting bridged over to PulseChain. That's why you get the, that's why on GoPulse, you see ICOSA 22 million supply. And again, 26% of that 22 million that's been bridged over has been burned. Amazing. And iBurn, everyone. Welcome to iBurn. Shout out to iBurn, the ICOSA burn, the new protocol that you can take ICOSA, either eICOSA or pICOSA, and you can pay so if you do have like 1,000, pay 1,500 PLS per one ICOSA. You can mint iBurn from it, and it will take and burn the ICOSA. It will mint iBurn, and it'll go. It'll send part of it to buy PGIF, buy and burn PGIF to the PGIF buy and burn, and it'll send part of it to the iBurn buy and burn. Yeah, let me bring up the model real quick. Let me search iBurn. Give me one sec. You gonna work? You gonna be fun today? You're gonna work. While I was doing that, let me go to see if I can pull up the burn. So this is the This is the PGIF buy and burn, and looks like a little bit's been used because we got about 1 million. I think that was close to, or sorry, a billion pulse in it. That was close to 2 billion before. Yeah, you can see actually it's right now. There we go. So 21 minutes ago, buy and burn. Let's see. These are mints. Let's see what kind of clips we got going on. It's 30 million before. Yeah, 30 million. That seems to be the buy and burn number. 000, 30 million PLS to buy and burn PGIF. So pretty neat. And then it sends the PGIF to, burned it right there. Burns the PGIF. So they got about 30,000. 30,000 PGIF with about 30,000 or 30 million PLS. So we hadn't seen it for a while when the price was going up. Like it went up just fantastically if you've been following it for the last few weeks. We didn't see the buy and burn run very much. And now we've seen it run very frequently. And it's ran, wow, yeah. If you go back, I don't go back too far. It's probably not going to work very well anyways if I start clicking. But yeah, it's been running. It started running a lot recently. And let's just check. So this is the PGIF buy and burn. Yeah, 30 million. 30 million PLS seems to be the magic number for now. And then if you go to the iBurn buy and burn. So when the coins go to the buy and burn, I was trying to find why are you not loading? Very annoying. Come on. All right, you're just being annoying right now. I'm gonna go to here. Let's see how much is in the iBurn. So this one, this had around 2 billion PLS, I think, the other day. Now it's got 543 million. And you see the buy and burns ran an hour or so ago. Yeah, it was running pretty regularly. But if we go to here, go to highlights, we'll go down. Where did I post the chart? The explainer. It's been here. Yeah, so this is for iBurn. So 15% of the PLS goes to the PGIF buy and burn. So it goes to the contract, and the buy and burn can be ran. And I think they're working on making a public function to call, but I think it's not a public function right now. And then the 15% goes to the PGIF buy and burn. And then every ICOSA used to mint iBurn is sent to the net address is burned. So it's burning ICOSA. It is sending 15% of the pulse to the buy and burn there. And then user here. And then 85% goes to, the other. So 15% goes to the PGIF and the 85% goes to the ICOSA buy and burn. So that's actually a lot of pulse too, because you're doing 1,500 per one ICOSA. With GIF and PGIF, it was 1 to 10 PLS. So it depends on which one's more popular and people mint and how much they mint and all this stuff too. But quite a bit. And that's how the system works. So you see that this method is the buy and burn method. So if you see mint, it's people minting. You see this 9F C0900907B. That is the method for the buy and burn. It just doesn't say buy and burn. It just says this to represent the buy and burn function. So very cool on that. ICOSA holders. Seems like good news. ICOSA is getting burned. Again, locking up some of the PLS value too. PGIF holders and stuff going to the buy and burn there. And then the ICOSA prices are pretty close. I think they got within 5, 10, 15% or so. I think they keep going back and forth a little bit. Let's see. ICOSA, it's 111 right now. Let's look at ICOSA PulseChain. Yeah, very close. Was that within just a few percentage or so? So getting those close together, the pegging, we call it the ICOSA pegging, and which is also good for HEX, right? Because you get ICOSA going, you got the auctions going again. I tweeted about that. So if you go down, so if you look at the auctions, click on auctions here. I can't look at them without logging in. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but you can see the different auctions. I think some started today. Yeah, it started over 1 day, 2 days. Yeah, I think a couple auctions started this weekend. If we get the ICOSA wheel going again, that could be good for HEX, encouraging 5555 stakes. Let's get the thing back going again. Like that's, especially for EHEX, this could be beneficial if we're a lot of the ICOSA is getting burned there, the price is going up. It's just a great thing. So very excited for that. Where do you get this stuff? Where do you get these games? I just don't see them. Again, I'm not looking around a lot, but somebody please tell me where you can play these type of healthy, cool, value locking up non-zero sum games. PulseChain is the place, man. It's awesome. Really, really like it. This is made possible by PulseChain.com. Think about it. All the projects, all the things you like on PulseChain, you need PulseChain to exist for them, right? I guess some of them you could launch in other chains and all that stuff too, but cheaper, faster network. If you believe the Pulse price is going to go way up, maybe everything tied to Pulse, maybe it appreciates with it. If the math works out there and you build a valuable product and in Pulse terms, if it stays, if Pulse is worth, let's see. Let's go Pulse. Oh yeah, 600, drop just below 5. Yeah. If you drop a 0 here and the product, any products that don't go down in terms of PLS, we talk about things in terms of PLS. USD, a lot of people do USD, but if we're talking about, for example, let's go to the gift chart real quick. We'll just go to PulseChain and click on any of these. Gifts right there. And then click Pulse. You can see it is just under 1,000 WPLS, and it had been gaining for a long time against Pulse. So it started off down here, the 30s, below that, before went up and now it's went down versus Pulse, because the sell-off and stuff recently. But pretty amazing how if the Pulse price goes up, and that kind of everything tied to Pulse can appreciate that even more, because right now, Pulse. So if you do this, so the Pulse price is, when I say 0, so we'd say 4 zeros, 595 times, what is it, 950, something like that. So you see the Pulse price, 4 zeros, 595 times 950, you get around that price. We get 980. So, how'd I go? Let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 595 times 980. Yeah. So the Pulse price goes up, and this is worth, if the Pulse price, let's just drop the 0. So see 10x from here into 3, 595 times 980. Again, assuming the Pulse, the asset priced in Pulse doesn't go down against Pulse. Pretty amazing to see the prices go up when the native currency, what is priced in, the other assets priced in, such as Pulse, goes up too. That's why when you look at USD prices, it doesn't always give you the resolution that you want, because you're like, okay, well, how much is it in Pulse? Because if it's gaining in Pulse, and if it's gaining in the asset that I think is going to go up, that's pretty cool. Because, but if it's not, if it's just staying stable or it's going down, but the USD is going up, it doesn't always mean because the project is going up or more people are, you're getting a lot more people buying higher and stuff. It could just be the other assets priced in. Maybe Pulse is going up and that's dragging it up too. That kind of thing. So looking at it in Pulse terms can be helpful too, to see that maybe something happen. So any project you're looking at, if it can keep up with Pulse and not drop versus Pulse when Pulse goes up, oh man, I love this magic internet money stuff. It's pretty amazing what we can do with it. So again, this doesn't mean it's not going to drop. Even if it drops half and stuff, yeah. The point is, if you want the thing, you want the main trade. I want the main trading pair of the thing, of the ecosystem I'm in, to appreciate. So they kind of like, the phrase, the rising tide lifts all boats. I want PulseChain to be that rising tide. And I want a lot of the other good projects that have, that are doing well to keep doing well, even against Pulse, to help everything just succeed even more. So these numbers, they appear imaginary sometimes, but there's a lot of cool. I'm not even the math guy either. I'm just kind of just showing you a little bit here. Just not the CA guy, not the math guy. I'm the tech guy though. I do know tech. I'll say that. Tech, security, validators, stuff like that. But man, it's amazing when you dig into the numbers of PulseChain and just take a basic fundamental view. You're like, why am I going to go somewhere else? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? That's the type of projects they're building. This type of tech, this type of X, whatever you want. You want DeFi, you want non-DeFi, whatever. I'm going to talk about the founder who was aligned for glory, all that stuff too. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, go back to the chat. Go realdefi.com if you don't know. Also, apparently a dev or a mini dev, at least, for websites, a little bit of infrastructure, a little bit of backend stuff. What's up, Hex Edits? Umberto, welcome. I think Highburn needs to be a sponsor for Running Man. That Kool-Aid would approve. At first, I read that as Burning Man. And I was like, that'll be, I didn't. I'm sure there's some Mexicans that go to Burning Man too, or go to anything. That'd be cool just to see a flag of anything PulseChain related at a conference or event or something. Furry the Tiger, how's it going? 3 tigers right there. Rain Mac, me trying to watch boxing RHMax live. Nice. That could be actually, that seems doable, man, because I'm thinking boxing is one of the sports where, it's not like basketball. It's not like, constant action back and forth all the time. It's kind of like, I mean, but yeah, there's two people. There's not like, you're not watching like 20 people, I guess 10 people with basketball, for example, or football, like what are that, like 50 people at one time on the field going back and forth. How many people are on football? I can't even remember. 15, I want to say, maybe 30 people at one time. Anyways, watching a two-person sport or a one-person sport, and then the voice of crypto guy sounds doable. I can see that. Fred the Tiger says, Bitcoin was once less than $1. Be patient. I've been around crypto since 2010. I've seen a lot. Yep. I mean, there is a lot of fun stuff. I mean, PulseX, yeah, still way down from SAC. Ink, man, I hope we do some Permabull stuff on Ink. Ink and PulseX. I did a poll the other day. And imagine having 2 buy and burns for Ink. For PulseX. 2 buy and burns for PulseX. The native one, and then another protocol that's just like, buying and burning PulseX. PulseX. Pretty cool. Or P-burn. I don't know what they call it. And then Ink, same thing. Everyone's waiting. Somebody build something on Ink. Somebody go burn Ink. Somebody go make a stake Ink, They're not going to do it natively. Who knows? Maybe with PulseX, there'll be some, some more places, just a single size Ink or single size stake Ink or otherwise. NT Fire, just in time, 11. Like when you say 11, I'm like, of course it's 11. Yeah, that makes sense now. Can't remember. Yeah, with you, man. With you. So excited for that. A lot of people talk about doing it for HEX, and I would say, I mean, yeah, of course, I like anything built on HEX like that would be cool. But we have it for ICOSA, and ICOSA again has this. It's like has this, can have this positive effect for HEX too. So I think what did Gift mention in the chat the other day? Building with intention. And I think these guys are pretty smart, and I think building with intention is pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do next. HEX PX pair within the gift system could be game changing. Are you saying for like burn for like I burn for HEX, IHEX type of thing, where you can put in both EHEX and PX? I mean, yeah, the idea there would be like, oh, it's more parity stuff, right? Be interesting. But I think, I think ICOSA for HEX, I'd be okay with that. And then, if Ink is leverage on Pulse or PulseX, that would be cool too. If we're going to do the pattern of leverage on leverage type thing, it'd be cool. We need more adoption. Eventually, a CX listing to make Pulse more accessible for the average consumer. Remember, only 5% of the world is in crypto. What happens when 20% of the world gets in crypto? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day. I don't know. I could see there's advantages. I guess the question is how much ROI these things bring. I think the thing that nobody talks about is how many, I don't know, everyone, I'm kind of not skeptical. What's the word? Maybe skeptical of the idea that we just need more people. It doesn't matter what kind of people. I kind of want smart people. I kind of want people who like DeFi. I don't know. I'm just not much for this approach of everyone, more people, the better. I don't know. Do we want Solana's million meme coin people who just, what Dipcatcher said the other day at the conference about just buy coin and like sell it within a few hours if it doesn't go up type of thing? I don't know. Maybe this just makes me think about the old HEX days where it was just, everybody just loved HEX and it was just about HEX. And then, people just build on HEX. And then we got PulseChain. It's like, well, now we have 50 different sub communities. And it's not that it's good or bad. There's just trade-offs, right? And the idea that we need more people coming in is true. But if people come in, again, it's kind of like the example of the P copies when we had the Pepe farms and the WPTC farms and stuff like that. You know, do we need people to come in and just dump everything and just have all these short-term and just like create all this like extra, like are the fees and the little amount of money that they put in the system worth it? Do we need like a, you know, a million more broke people who have no values in PulseChain? Like, is that going to cause more good than harm? I don't know. I think you could make a case for either way on that. So I think growth, it's almost like maybe the growth for the sake of growth. I'm a little skeptical of that. Because again, it's like, if I have a choice between, do I want to onboard a million? I'm just going to say broke people without values that don't care about delayed gratification or don't know how to use LP or limit or care about limit orders or all this stuff. You know, people talk about forming these communities, or I guess the ideal on PulseChain too, of like having these communities who are just really smart and, you know, are good stewards to the community and their coins and stuff. But then I guess it's just hard for me to see both ways. Like, there's got to be like one way or the other. Like, I don't like this having it both ways. Either we want smart, you know, smart, rich people into PulseChain, or we're going to onboard anyone. I feel like onboarding anyone is just kind of, I don't know. I think there's some downside there, and I think PulseChain growing as much as it did, with a lot of people who just wanted to get rich quick, and then if they don't, they just, you know, yell loudly about it or so, or just, you know, calls everyone else, you know, extra energy or extra time, or make it, you know, less of a good place type of thing, at least short term. Was it worth it? I don't know. I think it's TBD. So I don't subscribe to just like, hey, everyone come in. Again, I'm kind of talking about, I'm riffing on the centralized exchange point here of, I think if we knew that there were a lot of people who would only come to PulseChain through centralized exchange listing, but again, the ideal of the centralized exchange does not strike me as people who want to hold coins. All right, if you want to hold coins in your own wallet and you want to stake them and you want to do something other than trade them, yeah, I know the volume part, but it's like, are we just going to sacrifice everything for volume? We're going to just more volume. I don't know. I think there's some, I'm not sure it's all upside on that. You know, so I think ideally we would focus on onboarding either people with the same values, people looking for real DeFi, people who, you know, aren't broke or desperate or otherwise going to be tempted to make, you know, instant gratification decisions. Even for the volume, I think having a good community, a good smart community who knows how to, you know, use LP to sell rather than market dump and all that stuff, earn fees instead of be the fees. I think prioritizing onboarding those people, which is hard, right? Because a lot of people come from the real world. They don't come from crypto. I know that's easier to onboard people than already in their favorite project. But then the people we onboard there, they're going to be builders, right? So it's do we want to onboard DeFi people and builders, or do we want to onboard retail for volume? I think onboarding the more people overall, you can make a case that is a good thing, but there's some, you know, we can't just ignore the downside either. We can't just ignore all the new people coming in who don't share the same values, or, you know, don't know how to hodl, or just aren't in it for financial freedom, or aren't in it to get rich. They just want to make a quick buck. And is it worth it? I don't know. I think it's worth a conversation worth having. And it's not just this like hand wavy, like, no, more people, the better. Not that I can tell you what these people are going to be like and whether we should onboard them or not. I'm not interviewing each person coming into PulseChain, but I just don't think it's so black and white type of thing, I guess. Hopefully that makes sense. Alan, I'm not gonna hold a good system. You want smart people in crypto? Bird brains knowledge. I think the term is peanut brains, from what I've heard before. Yes. Yeah, I just think I really like builders, and I really like people actually building tech and wanting to, add value to the chain, and building gopulse.com, like stuff like that. And I think their network of people that they could onboard, the network effect they could have, is bigger, or could be bigger, over time, versus just everyone come in, buy and then dump on everyone, that kind of thing. Pros and cons both. What's up, Jay Benny? I was going to say too, look at recent charts, delay gratification. I mean, I get it. I get people selling. I mean, it's just been a long time, and it's like everyone say delay gratification until they actually have to wait a long time. It's like you don't know what it feels like. It's easy to be like, yeah, I can do it, I'm here, and then people just stop doing it, and you're like, well, why am I doing it? Type of thing. So yeah, it's I think inspiration is contagious, and I think that degeneracy is contagious, and I think that principles, hopefully people demonstrating principles, hopefully is contagious, or at least can make people less tempted if they feel like, hey, I'm not the only one sacrificing here, that type of thing. I want this place to thrive. I'm here to win. So let's win. HEX said, has everyone minted their own cryptocurrency? I think people will be less inclined to accept or value someone else's currency. Maybe everyone minted their own. Are you talking about if everyone made their own meme coin? They'll be less inclined to accept or value someone else's currency. Is that like if everyone had a meme coin, they'd be less likely to play the dollar game and come into crypto? Is that like a game changer you think you see coming up? That's actually an interesting idea. How do you get no coiners? I have no idea if that's what you actually meant. It just made me think of this. So, and feel free to correct me on that too. If all no coiners were just somehow airdropped, everyone who was like a pedestrian in crypto, they were just airdropped a bunch of their own token that was just automatically, like Coinbase just automatically airdropped every single customer their own coin. Would they take crypto more serious? Would they would they value it more? Would they participate in it more? Would they learn LP? Because, hey, and it's like, hey, here's your new coin. Here's how to LP it. You could make this much estimated APR, That'd be pretty interesting for onboarding. It could take people away from being, I guess, dollar maxis in a way too. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Hopefully I went in some direction like that. That sounds like something that would happen, right? That sounds like I could see Coinbase announcing that, or, Binance, or some other big exchange or big crypto platform that has all kinds of users. But yeah, we're airdropping you your own meme token, and, get people involved like that. Could happen on PulseChain. I don't know. Somebody do a project to just airdrops everyone. But the hard part is, how do you make it valuable? How do you make them care about it? It has to have some sort of value. And then the other part would be, is it even desirable to do so? Like, other than getting them, like, what are you trying to get them to do? Because, it's kind of like in a world where everyone has their own meme coin, is anyone promoting HEX anymore? It's like, I guess an ideal that would come from that. Like, if every single person, has their own meme coin, and it's worth something, and they're now incentivized to pump their own coin, instead of Pulse or PulseX or Ink or HEX or whatever the core coins or whatever coins that their favorite coin before that was. How does that affect, the bigger picture or the broader ecosystem? Does it all just turn into everyone's got a coin and everyone's fully aligned to just make their coin worth the most possible, and then take the other side, take the whatever's on the other side, take the Pulse, take whatever else out, and and then put it into HEX and then put it into Pulse. Again, nothing against people. Anyone out there has meme coins. A lot of people, a lot of great people in the community have meme coins and promote them, and yeah, they're incentivized to do so, right? And a lot of them are probably making money for a lot of other people. So I don't think meme coins are I don't think they have to be a zero-sum game. But it'd be interesting to see. It's kind of like, it doesn't have to be like either we're saving the world and this is the most important project ever, join now or stay broke, bro, or nothing else matters. Nothing actually matters. It's a meme coin. Let's just get rich before the music stuff. It doesn't have to be those two. It doesn't have to be one of those two. It could be like, for me, I'm like, I like DeFi. So naturally I'm going to like DeFi products and talk about those and things that I think are going to help the blue chips, because I like Pulse and I like HEX and I like projects that help those. So I'm going to be more inclined to think those are, the ones that I like at least. And but I think there can be a positive effect for pretty much everything in PulseChain. It's just how much positive effect and how much does it take away, how much does it give back instead of take away? I mean, some things can just split buying pressure with other things if they're not giving anything back. And then it depends on what you're trying to do. You can say one thing and then, what actually happens can be something different than you thought or on 10 and step 2. So depends on what you're trying to do. For me, my mission is I want PulseChain to win. I want this ecosystem to succeed. I like HEX. I want HEX to win. All the RH products, all that stuff, and I like things that are built on them. And I've talked about, how I evaluate the things, the community projects that I like and stuff. And that's why, speaking of Kinetics, how's it going, man? I like Permabull and stuff so much because it is a way to play it is interesting tech, interesting principles. It can be applied to pretty much everything. And it's being deployed in a way that I think isn't zero sum. It can actually build value. And also it's being applied to other coins that help the blue chips, such as ICOSA, and therefore HEX and all that stuff too. So I think there's plenty of games to play. I just like playing. Some are just more interesting than others to me. Yeah. PulseX, I vote RHMax ahead of PulseChain HR. He can review and DeFi IQ test all featured. You know what, PulseX? I do have some experience evaluating DeFi projects. I'll say that. I think there's definitely people better than me. And I said, every time I talk to GIF, I feel like I'm just like, I grow another level. Like I just grow up, like some of the game mechanics and stuff for some of these projects. And a lot of people too, I talk to the different people working on different DeFi protocols and stuff. It's just like, man, this is why I'm on the better Ethereum. This is why, we're in the ecosystem with a better Bitcoin. We have the better Uniswap. We have the better Ethereum product over here because we figured out a way to do it within our ecosystem and be earlier and maybe even do it in a better, more fair way. And maybe there's less admin keys and maybe we give people, instead of VCs, a fair shot, that kind of thing. There's plenty of good projects, good fair projects on Ethereum and otherwise too. But I think in PulseChain, we really kind of start with that. A lot of these products that we see launched out there. I think it's pretty cool. And we like price go up. So you got the tech and the price performance. I like it. like with this type of supply, who's the best and why? Popularity. Can you give me some context on that one? Talking about if everyone has their meme coins, like which coins win, that type of thing. Oh, you guys made me talk today. Good questions too. Good thing you're here, Connect. RHMax is talking trash about the new founders. I avoid talking trash about pretty much any founders. I think we're all trying to do some cool stuff around here, trying to win in one way or another. But definitely the founders of Gift Tech. I think I've said a lot of nice things, a lot of honest and truthful, and hopefully people are listening. I hope they're listening back in April. You know, it only went up a lot after I first started talking about it, and then it went down a little bit after. But if you know, you don't need to be an insider, or it's not like all these big secrets to figure out if you look at the tech. It's very, very exciting. Very excited for the future. Very excited for all the new stuff that I'm sure they're working on and stuff too. And if you're going to pick a team, you're going to pick people to follow. Pick people who are good at designing stuff. Have good principles. And yeah, it's like the Naval quote. Play long-term games with long-term people, that kind of thing. Cool. As a Thunder, I'm still delaying gratification. It's a waiting game, and retail has not come in still. The meme coin stuff is a bit sad, in my opinion. Here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, that's the market. A lot of people like the coins. They like to trade. They like to do the stuff. And again, everyone gets to play their own game. That's the cool thing too. No one's stopping anybody from playing the games they want to play. And I think that's taken for granted a little bit. You see all this regulation, see all this anti-privacy stuff and all that. I mean, I feel like they're trying to take away our games. So what's the quote? It's like about free speech. I may not like what you have to say, but I'll defend your right to say it. I may not like what the game you play, but I'll defend your right to play it. It's like, we're fighting for DeFi, man. Let's fight for crypto. Let's fight for, freedom on the internet, freedom on the blockchain. You don't have to agree or like meme coins, or you don't have to agree or like DeFi, or we can all play in the same place and just be just like, I don't know. We get bogged down in the like PvP stuff sometimes. And I just hope whatever you're buying out there, I hope you make a lot of money. And I hope you know the game you're playing, and I hope you're playing the right games for you and your situation and your time horizon, whatever they are. So I just tell you what the games I like playing. And I've had plenty of people on the show who like playing all kinds of different games, but I have going to keep doing these quotes. I have a very particular game I like to play. It's called DeFi. Yeah, what's the next PulseChain token you like to see Permabull protocol deployed on? What do you guys think? Chat, give me an answer. Ink, PulseX, or something else? I don't want to taint the poll. You guys tell me. HEX says just everyone talks about the Korean currency, less supply. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's I don't know. I kind of feel like the airdrop, honestly. I could see a future where, everyone has their own coin, but who promotes it, who wants it, who's actually valuable. That's another question. And, FinTech sort of like was trying to play with some of that stuff too. So we'll see. Most is Pete. Well, the show must go on. So I'm going to consider that other so we can see the results. 42% ink. You got 4 hours left, by the way. You guys want to vote on the poll? Go vote because it's ending soon. 42% ink, almost head-to-head ink and PulseX, and then 8% other. So a lot of people seem to want, at least around 400 people want Permabull tokenomics on ink or PulseX and/or. So there you go. What else is going on? I'm wrapping up here, everyone. What else, you guys? What else is interesting going on? Talked about ICOSA. Talked about Permabull, PulseChain, kind of community stuff. ETF. I'm very excited for this. I really, really hope that BlackRock gets it in. You know, whatever happens next week. You know, a lot of people are not anticipating an approval. So whatever happens next week, I hope we get a great, amazing run up into August, and then hopefully get the approval here. I hope the Ethereum price goes through the roof, PulseChain price goes through the roof. Richard Hart's trending. What's going on? Sometimes it says it because it's like 1 hour. Huh. Okay. Let's see what's trending there. I think it just like it just knows that I got so much HEX and PulseChain stuff going on, so it just wants to say it sometimes. So yeah, I hope that is the catalyst. Who knows? I don't know if it will be or not. Pure speculation, but I hope that it's a catalyst, and we get an amazing alt season going into middle into the year, into 2025, and that would be man. If we get that, I think a lot of people are going to be able to really just, you know, achieve different things they like, you know, whatever that is. In the meantime, hopefully, you know, people can make some money and not have to sacrifice their values and still play within the systems that they prefer and the principles and all that stuff too. Not easy, but I think worth it. I think I like to play games, keep my integrity, help people, you know, all that stuff. I have a community stream in the next couple weeks too. I invited Coexistent Steven, who had Zenith, about Zenith as well. A couple people on, and we'll do a community stream. I think somebody else new wants to come on too. We'll see. What's the supply on PulseX? Would it take forever? It's deflationary. Set supply, deflation. What is it, like $1 trillion-ish? It is a large supply. However, the more burn, the better. So what is it? 20, yeah, it is 20 trillion. But 4% has already been burned. I don't know how much would be burned through Permabull, but I don't know. I imagine if they do it, they'll run the numbers beforehand and decide whether it makes sense. But yeah, good point. It is a very, very high supply, but 4% has been burned. And yeah, we haven't, hopefully we haven't even seen the mega epic run that if we're so lucky to get will come. So I hope so. Not financial advice. I like this ecosystem, and I like I said, I tend to I'm betting on it to do well personally. Say that. I don't think I'm alone. A lot of people like this place. BlackRock always gets in. For better or for worse. Well, all we can ask for is they pump our bags along the way, right? We have no control over the situation, but at least if they pump our bags, we can be like, all right, whatever, at least, yeah. I guess that's a common way of looking at it. At least we got something, right? Before. That's why, you know, do you guys think differently of Bitcoin now that it's got an ETF and it's not, you know, owned, a lot of it's owned by financial institutions and stuff? I don't know. It doesn't quite feel like the same Bitcoin to me, which again, depends on why you came into crypto and all that stuff. I don't know. It feels a little, I'm a little nostalgic for when it was just, owned by people who just wanted sound money type of stuff and sovereignty and all that. Well, always got HEX. Always the better Bitcoin, right? Wall Street proof, if you heard some nuance around the OA around that. No one sacrificed for ink, meaning no one feels more addicted to it. There's a lot of different things on ink. Yeah. It's a very interesting token. People can find reasons to like it. They can find reasons to not like it. I would like to see it get burned. I would like to see the supply go down and it have some additional fundamentals on it there. It'd be pretty cool. I don't think any of this needs anything else. We just need, more people coming in and more favorable market conditions. That seems to be the consensus, but yeah, more cool stuff, the better. Can you upload stuff on the PulseChain? That's an interesting question. Funny enough, there is a publish app where you can publish things on PulseChain. Put this in the chat. So Richard talked about, I think it's just the interface to the AppFS app that Richard was talking about before. If you're talking about, can you upload stuff as in, so you can upload documents or file, I forget, all kinds of different stuff here. If you're talking about making coins, they have like a coin launcher thing. Yeah, Mint, create new coins. 9inch has you can launch own coin on there as well. So I'm not sure upload stuff in particular talking about, but as far as files and stuff, yeah, there's a video. Well, you can upload. I don't know if it's going to play, but you could upload. Yeah, try it out. Yeah, let me know if it works. If you want to do that, at me on Twitter at RHMaximalist. If you upload a video, does it actually play when you click on the video? I haven't tried to upload a video, but yeah, you can publish stuff on the blockchain here. Freedom transact. Gift tech for ink. You have to burn PulseX to acquire a new token. So if you have burn PulseX to acquire, are you saying there's a bind, like you burn PulseX and you buy and burn ink? Gift tech for ink. That would sound like you'd be burning ink, but you have to burn PulseX to acquire a new token. I mean, I don't know why you couldn't. If you look at the diagram in this, so instead of ICOSA, it could be PulseX, and then, well, no, then you got to acquire it. Maybe it buys. I don't know. Maybe it takes the pulse and buys ink, and then burns it instead of buying the PulseX. I don't know. Will Permabull tech compete against liquidity providing? I mean, I think compete against liquidity providing. I'm not sure they compete against each other. They're, a lot of people are, you can provide liquidity for Permabull if you always have a buyer type of thing. It sounds like volume. It sounds like, pressure on the pools, buy pressure on the pools. So, if you're LPing for Permabull tokens, there's some parallels there, I guess, but I don't know if they compete against it. I'm not sure. No, sorry, I meant burn, ink, and PulseX at 1-to-1 ratio. Burn, ink, and PulseX 1-to-1 ratio. Still not sure on that, Paul. Burn, like you're saying 1-to-1 ratio. I'm not sure on that one. Burn them both. Maybe you could say it'll take either ink or PulseX and then burn them. And that Run 2 tokens on the front side, 1-to-1 ratio. Sorry about that. You can PulseX be valued equally to. Yeah, okay, that's what I was saying too. Yeah, maybe if you could take in either one and buy bear somehow, maybe. Whatever we see, I'm sure it'll be super interesting. I'm excited to see it. All right, I think that's all I got for you today. Lots of cool stuff. Good questions. Good to see you all. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Scivive and 5555. We are out.